up in Mexico with my stimulus check, which is
Hey,
5 million pesos. So I'm good.
you gotta get that. Use that stimmy. You gotta use the stimmy to come to Hawaii.
True. Tori was talking about that too.
I'm gonna use my income tax for Hawaii. Stimulus would be something else.
Hey, you gotta make sure you invest. Turn it over and flip it.
Get on
Invest
buck.
with some profit.
D-Tel, Des, Jojo, Dana, Norman, Alice,
Invest in property
Make sure you
in
save.
Mexico.
and Paul.
Make sure you save your extra check. You do something
Get on
good with it.
G-E-B.
Man, I'm a buy.
Get on buck.
I always wanted that 6 foot long
Get on
sub
buck.
from Subway. I'm gonna
G-E-B.
get that in my stimulus.
Get on buck.
Man, forget all this investing and buying
We had that
generational wealth.
We had that.
Give my money, I'ma spend it.
We had that 6 foot sub for our wedding in Hawaii, in Italy. We had that 6 foot sub.
Oh yeah, I remember. Y'all cut it up in little pieces. I want to eat it whole.
Just
Like, whoa.
What up?
what up?
You look like a podcast, yo. Episode 13, man, 1-3. What they do? You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man. Hit the bell. You know what I mean? Do all that good stuff. Follow the YouTube page. You know, and for us continue to build what we got on. You know what it is. We got the homies here. Des, what's going on, bro?
What's happening, man? Just talking about eating. You know how I do.
Yeah, like that. Des, bro.
Hey, it runs in the family. That's all. Eating is my life.
Eating episode.
I like to eat.
Yo, shout out to District with the YLLAP on. You know what I mean? I know we talking. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You know, you see. Dana Dane, what they do, man?
What up? What's going on? I don't know what's wrong with my background.
You keep going out there.
They're looking like Candyman in the background.
Smoke going on.
I have no clue what's going on.
Big Norm, you know, Norm had a little procedure done, so he's gonna be a little rat over there. What's up, bro?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, just talk like that. Just use your high voice. Use your high voice.
All right.
That's what we got. Hey man, but look, man, episode 13.
So actually, it's episode. It might be it's a part 2. So I guess
13 part 2. 13.5.
The first
13,
one
yeah.
was
13.5.
Part 1 though.
So it's 12 part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Part 2.
Yeah. So it's 12 part 2.
So technically, yeah. Okay. All right. So 12 part 2. There we go.
Yeah.
The intro. You know, last week if y'all missed it, back and check that out. Me and Dana just pretty much introduced us about what we got going on. So today we gonna let the three go ahead and do their thing. Like I say, Norm a procedure, so bear with him. Norm, we gonna let you kick it off, my boy.
All right. So my name is Norman. Born and raised in Jacksonville on the NAS Jacks. Man, I'm a man of God. You know. I hope he takes me up when I pass away. You know, but my wife and I have been married for almost 8 years. Don't laugh at me. Y'all stop judging me. Y'all stop judging me. I've been married for almost 8 years in May. May 18th will be 8 years. We got 2 beautiful kids. We got Norman the third and Kaori. She was just born. She's almost 2 months. And Norman, we call him Trip, aka Trip. He's 5, gonna be 6 in August. I'm they're my heart.
How many months is that?
How many months is that? What is that? What is that? Man, you about to make me do the math and everything. But
He's almost
Man.
72 months old.
listen, I pulled out the calculator, about to pull out the calculator.
My son, he's 122 months. That's 11. What?
Yeah. So my family is my heart, man. I do anything I can for my family. Right now I am a contractor on base. I work in a warehouse. That's what my background is, working in the warehouse. And I'm actually working on getting into the hazardous material with my job. I actually start training on Monday. So nice little pay raise going on there. My wife, she was on a podcast. Her and my mother-in-law, Des and Dedrick, their mother, and JoJo's auntie, and iPhone right here, his ex-girlfriend's mom. That they run, K's events, and we're trying to make it bigger than what it was, and try to look at it as a future investment to where Tori don't have to work anymore on her main job. I'm not talented like all my partners here, and I don't coach anything, but I am a boxer. I love to fight. I am that one where if you want to fight, I'm the one that sits back and be quiet, and I just hit you. And I've been boxing. I ain't gonna lie, I've been boxing for 9 years, so I like to get hit right back. So if you take my punch, I punch back if I don't drop to the ground, and I hit hard. I've done security work for almost 8 to 10 years. And that's about it. Real short, sweet, to the point. Y'all got any questions for me?
Hey, look like your voice came back for the Lord.
I know what came back.
It was pretty
Talk
clear.
about
I got happy
boxing.
when we started. I got happy at that point. I like to fight.
I like to fight. I like to punch people in the face.
They say you got talent like the rest of us, but then say, I like to box. I'm a boxer.
Yeah, I know, right?
The only person doing something physical.
Yeah, like we got talent. I box.
Now if you want to be coach, I can do that, but it ain't gonna be right. I still need training, but I got great coaches in my life that will show you some things, and I can show you a little bit things that I learned from them. So yeah.
So speaking of boxing and security, have you ever boxed somebody while working security?
Yes. So one thing about me, I've always heard that street fight is like they say that a boxer can never be in a street fight and win. I say that is 100% completely false.
That's false. That is totally
That is false.
Unless
And
the street fight
Who said that? I ain't never heard that phrase.
I've heard
other things.
I've heard that plenty of times. People say that boxers can never fight in a street fight, and I say in a heartbeat that's false. But yeah, I've used my boxing skills a couple of times, and I remember like one time we were throwing this guy out, and when I grabbed him, his friend grabbed me and said, "Hey, that's my homeboy," and like he went from the west side of Jacksonville all the way to the beaches, which is about a good 45-minute drive punch. And when he tried to swing on me, I looked at him and I said, "You about to hit me?" And I turned his friend and he hit his friend. And I dropped his friend and then I hit him twice. I did a double jab on him. Real fast, real quick. He dropped to the ground. When I let his friend go, my partner Anthony, he came in and just knocked him out. So I carried old boy out that I hit, and then his other partner jumped on my back, so I grabbed him. when I dropped old boy because he was knocked out, I slung old dude to the ground that was on my back, and I hit him one time, and he was out cold. And that was the end. I've never really, nobody ever liked to fight me really, because
Allegedly,
I'm
so.
a big dude. Huh?
Allegedly. This allegedly happened. Don't.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Uh,
Disclaimer.
Everything was hypothetical.
hypothetical. We could go with that. I got people to prove it though. That will say it happened.
Wait. You don't understand what we're saying.
We don't need no litigation.
Listen,
You know what I'm
ain't
saying?
no names happening. Ain't no names
Hey,
happening.
the people
Ain't- I
remember
don't know
being
what-
punched in the face. All I'm saying is that hypothetically, you don't forget when you get punched in the face in the club.
If
Don't do.
someone-
Are you sure? Because if a 6'5", 290 person punch somebody in the face,
Hey,
they
man,
might forget something.
I don't think they'll forget that they got punched in the face in the club because
I
somebody
agree.
knows gonna remind them.
I agree.
Man,
Yeah, so he
like
face. It's you.
I remember another time. It wasn't I didn't fight because it was a female, but like
Sir,
it
sir.
was.
Sir.
She was drunk, and when she was so drunk that she couldn't really do anything, and so I picked her up and I carried her outside, and her friend actually said, "You touched my friend, I'm about to tell the cops." And I was like, "Well, we kicked them out." And so she grabbed the cop put me in handcuffs. Another police officer who usually works events at the spot that I was working at, he comes up and was like, "Why are you arresting him?" She did something where he got kicked out. But situations happen, and like they let me go, and they actually turned around and put her in handcuffs because she tried to fight the police officers. So, and that's how drunk she was. But like, man, one thing about me, I like to fight, but at the same time, I try to avoid it at all costs because, man, things could happen. Somebody could follow you to the house. Somebody could try to stab you there. My thing is, I try to talk it out before it makes it to that or get escalated like that, because it could turn into a real dangerous situation.
That's maturity. That's maturity talking like that. Because I was the same
Yeah.
way. I'm not a professional boxer, but my first couple of years in the Air Force, I was ready to fight everybody. And it was like, what'd you say? Okay, cool. Bam. Why'd you hit my friend? He looking at me wrong.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, like before I boxed, I would. Nobody ever fought me. I've never been hit in my face. But when I started training in 2007, man, like the first time I hit somebody hit me and I hit the ground, I said, "Oh, this feels good." And I know that's crazy to say that, but at the same time, it was like, oh, because I've never been hit. So it was like somebody tagged me and I hit the ground. I was like, oh, wow, this is something new. I like that. Let me get up and try this again. And that's what
Make
made
me
me
feel good.
That's what made me fall in love with boxing.
And that is why the gift that I gave you when I left South Carolina, that's what I would have to use on Norman.
Hey, you remember when you first met me and you helped, I don't know if it's the first time, but you helped us move from Central Florida back up to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And my heavy dresser, I threw it up and you're like, if I gotta fight him, I'm just gonna shoot him. You remember that?
No, I never said that. I never said that.
You did? Who said that? Somebody said that.
No one's
I don't know
talking
who
about.
said.
No one's talking about shooting.
Yeah, we don't shoot.
Oh yeah, okay.
I
Oh,
was
you
gonna
said
use
you
the gift.
violence.
I was going to use the gift that I gave Des on you.
It's magic.
Yeah,
Magic potion.
not shooting.
shoot like not shoot. My fault. Can we beep that out? Are we allowed to beep that out?
Hey,
Oh no.
I mean, hey, look, it's whatever. Just go with the flow.
But no. But yeah, y'all got any more questions?
When was the last time you was in the ring?
Um, 2010. I did lose that fight, but it taught me something. Because I didn't train right. Um, I didn't train right at all, and if without training, man, you can't win anything. And like the week before, I was in New Orleans for a wedding, and I was partying up. I was drinking, thinking I was going to win this fight. But the person who I was fighting, um, he had already been in the ring. I think it was like 6 times, 5, 6 times, and they were like, "You guys will be good, a good fight." And we went at it. We went because we only fought 3 rounds. We went all 3 rounds, but at the same time, man, he beat me, and it was a game changer for me. And when it comes to training, because like when it comes to training, man, I changed the way I eat. I changed the way I sleep. I changed the way I move. I don't even try to stay up past 8:30, 9 o'clock. Tori's never seen me in full training mode, but if she did, she'll be like, so I'm a whole different person. And but yeah, 2010, it was my last fight, and I got it on a DVD here somewhere. You probably could find it on YouTube. I don't know. I've never really looked it up. After
None of
that,
my prior videos are on YouTube anymore.
none of them are. All right.
One is still on there. There's one still on there
Okay.
that I watch on a regular basis just to laugh.
Was the Korea one or the Duval Derby one?
The Taze,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is
that's the one I watch.
I pull that up every now and then.
Your Chris Breezy ain't up there no more, so
No, I did. I took that down when I got married.
oh, hilarious.
No,
Yeah.
no. What kind of hazardous material you gonna be working with? Like something to give you a third eye, or
So on base, where I work at, like when something spills, when somebody spills something that's hazardous, I'm gonna be on that team. So I don't know. I've never. I just wanted to try it. It's something new. I like to learn different
I
stuff.
can explain it a little bit for you. When it comes to hazmat, anything that's not water and it's not natural is considered hazmat. So anything from gasoline to the halon that comes out the fire suppression system in the hangars, that's all considered hazmat. So you'll be working with
It'll be mostly jet fuel
jet fuel,
and
diesel,
paint.
JPA
And jet paint.
paint.
I know I'll be working with a lot of paint. That on weekends when they call me in.
So it's pretty much you're going to be able to go out there and pretty much mop up whatever is spilled. If they're putting you on a hazmat team, that's what that's going to
Yeah. And all this week I'm in training. It's a 40-hour class that I gotta take.
I've been through it.
You've been through? And I start Monday, so I'm happy. I'm real happy about this, and I can't wait. It's something new. I like to learn different things. So
Cool.
Is it a pay increase?
yes, sir. But the thing is, it's only part-time. So like I could be working my regular job, and say there's a spill on flight line or at the hospital, they could call me and be like, hey, we need you to come here. So right then and there, when I get that call, I start making that pay automatically right off the bat. And then also they call us in on weekends too. The only bad part about it that I'm not a big fan of, but I'm gonna still do it, is that I gotta chop off the beard. So
For the gas mask.
yeah, so I'm and like listen, for that pay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely chop it off. It ain't how y'all did y'all dress, I'm gonna do the same thing with this beard.
So we're gonna start calling you Babyface Norm.
Man, you know something? The thing I'm gonna miss, I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 5 pieces of gray hair that Tori noticed the other day, and she's like, "Man, they pretty hairs too." And I'm gonna miss that because I'm gonna miss the beard. I ain't chopped off the beard in a long time.
Screw your beard.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Like you said, you got a beard, bro.
Y'all want me to send y'all something so y'all for inspiration?
Nobody want that dingy beard.
Nobody wants your stained raggedy beard.
You look like you wish you had a beard.
I'll take it. Just send it.
I would too. Don't tell nobody.
Well, Norm, thanks for sharing that with us. Gonna keep moving. Let's go on and see what Dad's got going on in life today.
All right. So you know I'm Dez. So I'm an alcoholic. No, not for real.
he's
No, yeah, I'm Dez. I was been raised in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida for long as I can remember. Since like '91, and I'm just married, almost 7 years to my beautiful wife Joy, and I have a troop full of kids. I have a starting lineup, a starting 5 plus a 6-man.
Yep.
With various age ranges from 26 to 1. So we've been working. We've been putting in work. We're putting in a lot of work. So yeah, it's been fun. So, and I'm actually working as an analyst for a very prominent credit union in Northeast Florida. I ain't gonna get no names because they ain't paying me to sponsor. So, and I just take care of my babies, my wife, work, do the podcast, and every so often I try to coach. I've coached football from like Pop Warner to high school, so that was something that I love to do.
You got a player in the NFL right now, right?
Yeah, you can say that. I got some players, that's in the league right now, playing for the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Shout out Shaq.
Shout out to Quarterman, Shaq Quarterman.
What up, Shaq?
All right, what up?
Yeah. But yeah, I've been
what high school?
Oakleaf High School. That's where my last coaching stint was for about 3 or 4 years. So it was good. Had fun. Love to do it.
So is it? I know you say you're not coaching right now. Is it? I know you said you're busy with work and the family. Is that why you stepped away from coaching?
Yeah, I stepped away when my twins were born.
Okay.
When my twins were, it was just something I couldn't do. Conflict of work and work-life balance just wasn't cutting it. Plus, they weren't paying me. I was doing it free.
Do you see yourself getting back into it one day?
Yes, I do. Really soon. Real soon. I will.
I'm sure the Jaguar guys.
I don't know what level, but I will be coaching.
My son's coming to you.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna take him. He's gonna be as big as you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully I can get on Joe's coaching staff.
Joe still there?
Yeah, we're still here.
No, I said Joe's still there. I can't.
But yeah, I'm not flashy. I don't have no good stories to tell or nothing. I just stay out of the way, stay out of trouble. I'm a Black man who love my family, so I do my best to not stay away from them by doing something stupid. Like,
Which is smart. Very smart.
because I'm not trying to get locked up. I ain't trying to get shot up. So
So what's
I
your so since you've been a coach at all levels, football is your passion. What do you think is the reason behind you wanting to constantly be a part of the sport of football?
it is the results after the practice. The results on Friday nights, Saturday nights, like you can't find that feeling anywhere else in the world. That feeling being on the sidelines after a win, a football win, and seeing the hard work pay off. Like there's no better feeling, and like it's just something about it. Like the lights, the players, the camaraderie, the coaches, like all that putting all that together, and making it successful is a pretty big deal. That's why people keep doing it. That's why they do it for years, because of that feeling.
Like I've never experienced like that feeling on like the high school football level, but just being in the military and playing flag football, I won a few championships and coached a few championships on football and basketball. And it just seems, I know that feeling. It's like all that work that you pay that pays off, and you end up being the best team. Like with me, the best team on the base, and everybody's trying to come play for you the next season because you put in that hard work and was showed the determination and the grit and the grind to get to the championship. I know that feeling. Know that feeling well.
It's like my first year coaching high school football, we went 12-0, and to see the kids from the first game until the last game, they bought in each and every week to get better, and you could see it on the field and how they acted during like the season. Like their confidence went up as their hard work went up. So that's a good feeling too. See the kids buy in to be successful.
And that says a lot about you, that the kids want to buy in to being successful. Because I don't know if everybody caught that. You went 12-0, and the kids win, and they don't think it's anything they need to do to get better. But the defense, that's something that needs to be done. That says a lot about the coaching to say the kids recognize and want to get better.
Yeah,
and not they've made it.
Yeah, if they see coaches wanting them to get better even after they win, they're going to feel like they need to get better to make sure that coaches see them getting better.
Yeah,
and they know that, hey, if coach is saying we're doing this and we're winning, let's keep doing it. And then let's just get the ball rolling.
Cool.
All right. Well, pop quiz. Give me your birthdays of the 5 kids. 6, sorry.
Birthdays? I say November 2nd, June 30th, November 17th, May 25th, July 30th. Bam.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
You got 3 November.
I'm involved in my kids' life.
So you got 3 November birthdays in your house?
Yes, 3 of them. But the whole month is just Joyvember anyway, so.
Cool. Yeah.
So it don't really matter.
Nobody matters.
Joy is my wife, so her birthday is November 30th, so the whole month is Joyvember.
Joyvember. I like that. I like that. All right, Des, thanks for sharing with us. Now we're gonna move on to Dedrick, and I'm sure there's a lot because he's been moving around and
it's not a
does
lot.
a lot.
I'll keep it short. Most
No.
No,
Make sure most of
the stuff that happened in my life is G14 classified,
Except for the Chris Brown backup dancing.
So I can't really speak on it. But yeah, my name's Dedrick. D-Tel. A lot of people know me as D-Tel. Last name Telfair. No relation. I spent 20 years. I spent most of my adult life in the military. Growing up as a kid, I always wanted to be a chef. That was my big thing. I wanted to be a chef. To the point where when I went to join the Air Force, I went to talk to the recruiter, and he was like, "No, you don't want to be a chef." He pretty much told me that I scored too high on my ASVAB test. That being in the career field that he was actually in would not be good for me. So I chose the communication job. At first it was crazy. I chose satellite communication and maintenance. And you know, me being just a typical Florida dude from the West Side, you know, I didn't know any better. I'm like, oh snap, satellite communication maintenance. I'm gonna be going to space.
Just like a Duval, dude. Just like a West Side.
A little to my surprise, once I got the job, I found out that no, I'm not going to space. I'm going to be here fixing the satellite dishes on it. So, but yeah, so I did that for 20 years. I've been all over the world. What's up?
Hey, I'm like with Norm. I gotta ask some questions in between here now. How'd you feel about the recruiter saying what it is that you want to do is not what you should be?
Yeah, good question.
Because a lot of people coming up in the military say that their recruiter screwed them over. From jump, my recruiter was straight up honest and to the point with me, to the point where at one point he asked me, when was the last time you participated in some other activities? And I told him, he was like, okay, cool. Guess what? I need you to come back in 2 weeks. And then when you come back in 2 weeks, I'm gonna ask you this question. And then we're gonna figure it out from there. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, but in those 2 weeks, I don't need you to do anything. I'm like, all right, bet. So I came back and he was like, yeah. So when was the last time? I'm like, he's like, you went to spring break, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that was when? That was in April, right? I'm like, yeah. So April 17th, that was the last time he did it, right? But yeah, cool. And then after that, he was cool. Like I put in for my job, and I wanted to do because it's called in the Air Force, it's called service, but then it was service. And he explained to me that he didn't just tell me no. He explained to me that being a cook in the Air Force, you're not just a cook. You're in the services career field. So one day you can be working at the dining facility and cooking the meals, and the next day you can be putting ice on dead bodies in the mortuary.
Oh no, that don't match.
I don't see how those
that don't go together.
But that's all that's together. Like the mortuary affairs, the working in the dining facility, working at the hotel and the lodging and all that good stuff, working at the gym. All of that is under one group.
That's what happened to one of my good friends. That's what happened to one of my good friends. He's in the Navy, and when he got stationed here or in Georgia, he went in as a chef. He come in Georgia. He was a MP working guarding the
So that's,
what is it?
So that's a total career field change. So,
yeah.
So he went to a totally different career field.
No, because like the thing was, when he was stationed in Virginia, he was a chef. He made it to Georgia, he was a police officer, and then when he went to back up to Virginia, and he became like the dorm coordinator,
Yeah.
and then now he's a chef again. And I was like,
Yeah, they
bro,
messed
what?
up.
That
They
could have
must have
been
been.
that could have been a what it was. That was a special duty assignment that he used to get closer to home, and he had to become a MP to be on that assignment. So he volunteered for
I
that.
guess,
Got down here,
I
and
guess
then,
so.
yeah. So, but yeah,
Ah,
What was the satellite, this satellite communications thing? I know that there's a lot you can't talk about, but the type of, is it you go out and physically move something, or
it all depends. It all depends on what type of terminal I was working on. I worked on the big, I don't know if you ever rolled by past like the news station, the TV,
Yeah.
TV station. You see all those satellite dishes out there. I'm able to work on those and get those linked up to the satellite to pull the signals down or whatnot and do all the maintenance on the equipment in there. And then we also have different types of terminals that they come in boxes, and we have to build a terminal from the ground up within a couple of hours to establish the connection back to wherever we're at, wherever we're from. So I do that, and I also do the all the radios that the like civilian cops use and everything. I can maintain those and fix those and everything too. So
Dang.
so I've done all that. That was, like I said, I've been all over the world. I've been throughout the United States. I met my wife in Korea as a friend. I met her in Korea, and then we both went from Korea to Italy, and that's where we got established our stronger bond or whatnot. But yeah, it was crazy because it was like one of those things that you say ordained from God. It was when we met her, it was like I just kept finding out more and more things about how close we were together without knowing that we were that close together. Like we all, well, at least me and Dez, we know her cousin. Her cousin used to date JoJo's now wife. Remember Skinny Tony? Tall, lengthy Tony? That's Deanna's cousin. And then
Again, dude.
the tall, skinny dude, yeah.
Oh, okay.
For real? I knew that.
Yeah. But that's her cousin, and her aunt went to the same church as my mom and daddy.
so she a Duval girl,
Yeah.
then, huh?
Yeah, her and Tori went to the same middle school.
Yeah, her and Tori went to Jefferson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. So it was crazy how close we were, and we were all the way in Korea, and that's where we met. So do all that. We went to Italy. Italy was a growing stage for me, like in all aspects of the work.
Mm-hmm.
I went from being a pretty successful hip hop and R&B DJ to a minister. All in about like 2 years.
Yeah,
It was
that was crazy.
yeah.
how did that transition happen?
That was crazy. Let me tell you I got a story to tell about that transition. I got a story to tell about the transition.
You will never let me live this down.
Never, ever, ever.
To the point where
All right,
we're gonna have to take a trip
Yeah.
to Italy to have live the Italy Italian life, have the Italian food that he wanted.
Here's what happened. Like, we had been planning a trip to Italy for like a while. And they were like, yeah, we're gonna go party to the clubs and DJ and stuff, and we're gonna have a good time. I'm like, cool, bet. Say like a year later, all right, we're heading to Italy. We're going to Italy. And like, we're gonna be there. Get ready to party. Get ready to party. Little did I know when I got there, his best friends were a pastor and a deacon, and a minister. I'm like, he got me up in church. Like the second day in Italy. I'm like, what is happening? I thought we were going partying. You're like, no, I don't do that anymore. I'm a child of God now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, nigga?
Tori tell me that all the time.
I was young. I was young.
I was like, you know what? This is some bull. I ain't never coming back.
Didn't really know how to. But yeah, so yeah, I was like we talked about it in what was that, episode 5?
Think so.
With Sean Wade.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's what I want. That's who I thought I was meeting up with. Sean Wade. I thought I was gonna be in the DJ. I thought I was gonna be in a DJ booth in a club with a whole bunch of Italians dancing. Some.
Nah,
But
you
yeah,
in the pulpit being prayed on.
Yes, literally getting preyed on, trying to push me down. I'm like, dude, I'm not falling.
hey, forget, you know, things change. You know, we grow and we learn certain things and all that good stuff. So from there, I just been, you know, just living life, being in the military. It took me 20 years. Throughout the military, I played for certain base basketball teams. So I've been athletic all throughout my career. Like I said earlier, I've coached championship football and basketball teams. I had my first daughter. We had our first daughter in Italy, and then from Italy we moved to New Mexico, and then we had our son. So I got it. My daughter she's turning 10 next month, and my son is turning 8 in about 2 weeks.
I wonder if my son taller than your son yet.
No, he ain't, because these over here, they spring it
Yeah,
up.
they look long. They got some long legs.
Hey, he's over here like Juju is literally 5 feet tall right now.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah, and JoJo is right behind her.
Well, I got a pop quiz for you too.
Mhm.
What's your daughter's favorite color?
My favorite color is anything ombre. She likes.
That's not a color. That's not a
Ombre.
color.
Ombre.
She don't like her. She likes the pink, and she likes like the teal, turquoise, and purple. But she likes it even more when it's like
Different
Ombre.
layers. Color.
yeah, when it's like faded, when they're faded into each other.
I got another pop
What's
quiz.
your son's favorite color?
Black and gold.
Oh, so he gonna be
Yeah.
what they call it, a Sigma.
Yeah.
Yes, get him. Get him with the
Who's
push.
your son's favorite? Who's your son's favorite wrestler?
Oh, I want to say it's Roman Reigns.
Ooh,
I want to say it's Roman Reigns because he talks about Roman Reigns a lot. But I don't. He doesn't really have a favorite wrestler. He just loves wrestling, and that's like. I think that's going to be we're going to also start a YouTube channel for him just to sit and talk about wrestling.
that'll be cool. I'll jump on.
Because
I'll jump on that.
Because as y'all know, he will sit there and explain to y'all the full lineage and history of all wrestling.
Oh, that's cool.
It's crazy.
That's cool.
I may
That's
need
an
that because I don't know
alpha.
who that person is.
Oh man, you know who Roman Reigns is?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Oh
Oh,
man.
where you been?
I listen. I don't have a son. I don't.
I
I'm
guess,
not watching
yeah.
it either.
I wouldn't know who Roman Reigns was without my son. So
Hey Des. So nobody come after us. That's an alpha, not a sigma.
yeah,
Black and gold is alpha, not sigmas.
Are you sure?
AKA
Oh,
don't know.
AKAs, they're pink.
That was Gigi. She
What?
likes the pink. She likes the pink and the pink and green.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so lost. I don't know what's going on right now.
Hey,
Don't worry about it.
whatever.
Some frat gonna hear about it. Some frat gonna see it and be like, what?
So right now.
Oh man, we y'all about to get us flagged.
Nope, we ain't gonna. As of right now.
We love y'all.
As of right now, I too am a contractor for the military, but that's pretty much as much as I can say about that.
Okay, what's been your favorite landing spot in the Air Force?
Oh, while I was in,
Yeah, while you was in
my favorite landing spot was Italy,
Italy,
hands down.
before or after being a minister?
Both.
Well, what about Italy makes it that place for you?
Because it's someplace that a lot of people can't say that they've been.
True.
But what made it that place for you? Like what specifically you like?
The opportunities, the what made Italy the best place for me was the opportunities that I was able to take advantage of. Like for our radio show, just randomly, it was just like, hey, my old boy Sean Wade, he was like, I'm starting a radio. I'm gonna go over here and talk to the radio station people and see if we can get on. And he hit me up like, hey, we there? We in there. Hey, you just need to come up here. You my DJ, so you gonna be on the show too. I'm like, all right, bet. And from there, we did that for like, well, it was about a year.
Yeah, it was a good year.
It was a good year. We was, like every Thursday night, we was on a radio show, and I became not only a DJ, but I learned the engineering portion of it too, and how to work the boards for. And it wasn't just a Italian station, because it was on the internet. Everybody heard everything that was going on. So I learned that. I also, like I said, even in it, when I became a minister and got into church, it was crazy because I met the pastor of the church through the radio station because he wanted to come on and talk about him starting a new church and whatnot. And even the spiritual growth I got while I was out there, I took a lot of that in and learned a lot from that. And a lot of my mentors on that side of my life. But learn how to make decisions for myself. And, like, I do kind of regret the fact that when the family came over, they weren't able to see it party and see how we were doing it. But in my defense, they came over in rainy season where all of Italy was flooded the whole time.
It was a terrible season. It was terrible. It was cold and wet the whole time. I was like, this is crazy. We should have came in the summertime. What were we thinking?
But it was also cool that y'all were able to come over there and be a part of our wedding.
Yeah, that was cool. I had fun. That was a good time.
That was a good time. And,
yeah, that was real good.
Now, was that all during the same time?
Yeah, it was the same trip. We were there for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We were there for about 2 weeks.
But yeah, so right now I'm in Hawaii, and loving it. Beach life. My neighbor keep bugging me so to get me to let him teach me how to surf and all that good stuff. And
do it.
look,
do it.
I'm just not trying to get burned out because we're only over here for 3 years.
The shark population doubled since the pandemic.
Not in Hawaii. There hasn't been any shark attacks within the last shark bites. There have been sharks being seen, but there haven't been any shark attacks in like 4 years here.
What about volcanoes? Have you guys walked up a volcano, active or non-active?
No, not yet. The last volcano to erupt was on the Big Island, but It is what it is. I was in Sicily and the volcano was erupting every 3 weeks when I was in Sicily. So
In Italy? Oh, they tripping. Have you met anyone from the Moana tribe?
Moana's not Hawaiian. Moana is a Tahitian story.
What's the difference? Where's Tahiti?
Bro,
It's a totally different Polynesian culture.
Yeah,
You about to make us
cartoon
lose
did.
our
I was just
colony?
kidding.
right,
We about to lose our whole island.
Cartoon. I was just joking.
Oh, island views
I had
code.
to make a correction. Have you said no?
Oh, that's twice. We
said
lost
Lilo and
Brad.
Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, I've met some of Lilo and Stitch family.
and this is all education. He's educating us on the
On-
story
Yeah.
man.
and making sure
But
we
yeah,
understand where.
That's me. I mean, I'm a husband first, a father second, man of God. I try to give my kids the opportunities that I didn't have growing up. Try to pour into them as much education as I can, but my kids are so hungry to learn that they go out and they learn stuff by themselves without me even knowing it. Like I was saying in the other podcast, I don't know if I said it. My daughter, she's teaching herself Italian and teaching herself how to play the piano. So
That's crazy.
yeah, and
Can't even teach my kid to find the remote
and my son,
that they lost.
my
Man.
son is just he's so smart. It's ridiculous how intelligent he is, and everything just comes simple. It's come easy to him. I try to make their life so that they can have the opportunity that we didn't have growing up. Because I truly believe that if my parents would have put us in Pop Warner football growing up, we would be in the pros.
You think so?
I honestly do think so. Without our natural God-given talent, like athletic ability on the football field, without any training, I was running like a 4.3, 4.4 40 in high school without any kind of training.
Yeah, I was too.
Allegedly.
No.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I have a laser recorded 4.42 at the high school combine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Summer of 2000.
2000.
Yeah.
That
what's up?
one, some stuff that I know, and just want to give a second to talk about things like the shirt. Who came up with this design and
That's
it
another
made?
That's another thing that we got going on. My wife, she had a vision, and she had a vision for a t-shirt company to make t-shirts to represent artists and their artistry and all that good stuff. So she actually got her LLC and started that business. And which before that, I was like, I'm the type of person that she tells me like, hey, I want to do this. I'm like, bet. I'll get everything you need to be successful in doing this. So that when you're ready to step forward, it's an easy transition. So she did that. She started the business. We selling t-shirts and at the same time building a support group or a network of different artists to have the ability to collaborate or come together on projects that they're working on. And that site is rangeofexpression.com. That's my wife's site. But this shirt right here, this shirt is just out of my own head. This is not part of Range of Expression design. This is just something that I made. We wanted merch, so they were like, "Hey, we need a T-shirt." So I decided I was gonna come up with a design. We talked about it. And I came up with the design, and actually, I just finished making all of our shirts today. So
Thank
And,
Well, you're welcome for the idea.
you know, I just want to make sure, you know, when Norman say the talent, you know, you look at all of us and what we all do or have done, and the way we uh, participate not only in our jobs and life.
Deanna,
That's
my wife
and that's
always, she always makes fun of me, or she always brings this up. She was like, she always tells me that it's strange that whatever I'm involved with ends up being super successful. And if I sit back and and to me that's just like the gift that God has given me for some reason. But if I sit back and think about it, anything that I've touched, anybody that I've come in contact with that I was like on a consistent connection with, they're successful. All the way from Sean Wade, he's doing his thing. I'm not saying I had anything to do with it, but Sean Wade is successful. I was a part of it. The church that we had that we was in when I was in the Arbiano, that church was successful for that time. Just in general, just things that I've involved myself in or I've tied myself to, it feels like it's successful. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or whatnot, but
You're like a success conduit.
yeah, I don't claim it. I don't see that, but a lot of people point it out, and they also, and another thing, mama taught me that I can literally do anything that I want to do.
and one thing that I can see that probably contributes to that is the dedication, right? So, you know, it ain't just, hey, I participate in something, and only when you're called upon, you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
You're constantly thinking about these things and figuring out how to improve or how to contribute more from your standpoint to make those things successful.
Yep.
And I think that adds to it,
That is true.
creates a better situation for those things to be successful.
I agree.
So, I don't know. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about right now? JoJo,
That's just my story. So
wake up, JoJo.
he over there all
Yeah,
day.
bro.
And stay.
Man.
He all chopped and screwed.
The school this episode.
Slim Thugger.
Hey, you gonna drink a whole bottle of Henny, I'm sure, because he ain't been talking.
Hey, I ain't want to interfere, but real quick, let me just plug, you know what I mean, our cups, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
look like a podcast. Shout out to Miss D, you know what I mean? She hooked the team up. We got her scheduled to come on, her and her daughter. They'll be on the talk a little more, but y'all see, you know what I'm saying, we sipping. Dedrick, yours on the way, you know what I mean? Danny, you got to pick yours up. You got to come to the cul-de-sac.
Why y'all did me like this? Why y'all did me dirty?
Hey, dirty dance again. Yeah.
You gonna have to tell that story of how I got that name, because I don't remember how I got it or when it started.
Listen,
Wait a minute. They say something on the
I
cup.
don't.
So yours got triple D.
You just dirty dancing and it just stuck.
What's on your cup, Joe?
Oh,
Mine
boy.
just Joe boy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it a surprise what everybody got on their cup? Or you can tell us what we got now?
Well, no, you know, Norm got Worm on his. Dedrick got D-Tel, and you got Dice. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, I thought
I hooked it up. Everybody got their nickname.
Get on Buck. G-E-B.
okay. I like
Get
it.
on Buck.
I like it. Hey,
G-E-B.
we hope that hopefully everybody has that next week so we can all show that. So we gotta make sure we show that next week.
yeah, everybody will have their shirts next week too.
Yeah.
Okay. So all
I brought
that we
that shirt
gonna
all week.
Get on buck.
All week.
G-E-B.
Yeah, I might rock it all week.
Get on
Hanging up
buck.
One?
every night. One shirt.
Get on buck.
Breeze that bug.
One.
Get on
It's not that
buck.
for breathing, not clean it, just for breathing. Listen,
I don't want it to get. I don't want it to get faded.
listen, I appreciate everybody who's checking out the podcast, listening in, watching. We like for you all to give us some comments, talk to us in the comments and tell us
Read
where
what you
we
got to
need to
say.
improve. What you like, what you don't like. We want it all, no matter what it is. We want. So that we can get better at what it is we doing and provide content that you all are looking for, or just something different. Whatever it is, we want it anyway.
No topic is off bounds.
Quick shout out to Jamaica and South Africa.
Look.
Hey, they holding it down. They holding it down on the views.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Episode 12 was just introducing you all to all of us and what we got going on in life. If you continue to watch and you watch the older podcast, you continue to learn about us. You know why we are who we are and the way we're doing things. So that's what I say. I appreciate everybody checking in. And anybody else got anything to say before we end it off?
Hey, look, You Look Like a Podcast, episode 12, part 2. Hey, thanks everybody for joining in.
Don't forget to like, subscribe,
Yep.
comment.
Definitely subscribe.
13.
Hey, look, you can find us on all.
Episode 13.
You can find us.
Cotton Screw.
You can find us on here on YouTube. Check out our GP podcast page on Facebook, Instagram, and also you can catch us on all audio podcast streaming services. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Google Play, and all that good stuff. We're all there too. Every episode is uploaded. So if you don't want to watch us while you're driving, you can listen to us while we're driving. Just go support the brand. And that's what it is. It's a brand now. We're building the brand, and we're hoping that y'all can help support. So keep up the good work. We're up to 212 subscribers. We're pushing 300 on our 300 subscriber. Hey, look, we got a giveaway coming, so y'all be on the lookout for that 300 subscriber giveaway. And with that being said, You Look Like a Podcast, episode 12, part 2. We're done.
Yeah.
We're out. Thank you, everybody. We'll see y'all.